Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be reviewing a pretty cool package on the Ford Ranger. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the large mailer Ford Lincoln here in Draper, Utah for giving me some time with this Ranger. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. If you have any questions, just ask for Scott. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2.3 liter 4-cylinder that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 270 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque, with fuel economy being 20 around town and then 24 on the highway. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So taking a look at the hood, you guys can see how it's raised here on either side, and then popping down below, this is the chrome package on the Ranger. It looks pretty fancy if you ask me. You've got the C-shaped headlights here, you can see the fog lights at the bottom. Notice how it's like all painted and matches and everything. I don't know, I think that looks pretty sharp if you ask me. Tire and wheel setup is 255 by 65 by 18 in the front and over in the rear, and again you can see chrome with the wheels. You have some pretty decent all-terrain tires though, so that's a plus. Got these nice body painted fender flares. You can see XLT there on the side. Chrome on the door handles as well. 4x4 decal, pretty cool. We do have leaf springs there in the back. And then got to squeeze between these Bronco Sports. There's the side profile. And here's our key fob. We've got our remote start function, lock and unlock, flip out key, and Ford logo there on the back. And then popping into the rear, this will slow lower down, so it's always a nice feature to have. Got some outlets in the bed. No bed liner, but obviously that's very easy modification to add after the fact. Lifting this up is super easy, very light. Got the Ford logo there, you can see the taillight design too. Parking sensors here along the bottom, and it's all for the rear. Now taking a look at the door panel, you can see soft touch here with the stitching, and then this is kind of cool with the door handle area. The handle itself, you can actually grab it through both. That's interesting. Weird. Anywho, here are the seats, cloth. With this, pop in quickly. And legroom, pretty good. Got a little storage area there, got some outlets and everything as well. The headroom, pretty solid. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you can see again with the soft touch trim here, we've got all of our window controls, mirror adjustments. Mirrors do power fold in. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. And then you guys can see here with the payload 1648. That's solid for midsize. And here are the front seats. Manually adjustable. Got our light controls right here. See this? It's kind of interesting. I guess you could use that as storage. And got the key in the ignition set up with this. Here's a quick look at the steering wheel. We've got soft touch all around, practical controls in the front like our controls to the center, adaptive cruise control as well, lane keep assist, and then just traditional stocks here on the back. And then this is cool, it's kind of like more of a baseline, but you still have this big digital gauge cluster here in the center so you can see different bits of information on the truck. And this is also where the drive modes will show up with this. So you've got quite a few that you can go through depending on what you want to do. 360 camera system with this as well. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, this, vertical, not my favorite, but responds pretty quickly. Seems like it's pretty easy to use overall. Climate controls there at the bottom. They're always accessible, which is nice, but interesting nonetheless. And then you guys can see down below with the manual climate controls there, and the little volume control in the center. Wireless phone charging pad here with the USB ports. Shifter for the 10-speed. Got some cup holders right here. Parking brake, and then this is our drive line select. And you guys can see with the drive modes, your auto stop start, parking assist, stability control. This is cool, the center console. That's nice. Got storage above the glove box and the glove box itself. And then the rear glass, it's manual for the opening. Here's a quick look at the window sticker for this 2024 XLT 300A equipment group. $43,055. So for the same price of a base model Tacoma, you can get this thing. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Over the hood, both the mirrors do have blind spot monitoring. Throughout the rest of the rear. And let's set off. I had to give you guys some elevator music, I guess. But this 360 camera system helps out quite a bit. Air conditioning definitely helps out. How hot is it? Oh, 100 degrees. Pretty toasty. The thing about Utah is the heat's obviously something to deal with, but the hardest thing is the solar radiation. And right here is at about 4,300 feet elevation, maybe 4,400 almost, somewhere around there. So yeah, being that high up, the sun just decimates you. It's like when you're at sea level, the sun, I mean, the sun's always harsh, but you're at sea level and it's kind of like, ah, oh, nice getting a tan. Here you're like, I am cooking alive. Not too shabby so far. It's a nice drive. Seats are comfortable. Good power out of this 2.3. Yeah, it's solid power. I like it. I'm trying to figure out with this package, price-wise, why anyone should buy a new Tacoma. I know a lot of people in the comments can be like, reliability, right? That's what I always get, but go look at Toyota's current track record with their new turbocharged engines. It ain't looking pretty so far. New Tundras, Sequoias, Lexus LXs just blowing up left and right. We'll see what happens with this turbo 4-cylinder that's in the Tacoma, but Ford with this 2.3, they've proven that it's reliable. It's got a proven track record. So I think Toyota's got their work cut out for them. They're going to convince me that someone should buy a Tacoma instead of one of these Rangers. Let's get an acceleration here. Ooh. This thing's pretty quick. This 2.3 is a rocket ship. I'm really excited to test out the V6. I've tested out in the Ranger Raptor, but the V6 I'm referring to is that 2.7. So not the 3.0 that's in the Raptor, but the 2.7 that you can upgrade to. I want to see how that performs in the Ranger. I'm sure you guys do too. So to cap things off, great truck, great value. 43 grand. Come on, folks. Why would you buy an SR5 with the world's largest chin splitter? Looks like, well, I'll insult myself. It looks like me when I forget to shave. Not pretty, right? So, I think this just, I don't know, this just makes logical sense. It's a nicer truck feature-wise, proven engine, unlike Toyota's engines, not proven yet. And it's same amount of money as a base model. I don't know, it's crazy what Toyota's done with the pricing. It's crazy that those new trucks from Toyota don't seem to be too reliable. We'll see what happens, time will tell. But let me know if you go Ranger or Tacoma, but I think considering how much of a bargain this package is, I go Ranger.